Now, you didn't hear this from me, but word on the street is the Braxton family might be dealing with one of the messiest sister feuds we've seen yet. Because Towanda and Tamar, whew, it's giving betrayal, it's giving broken trust, and baby, it's giving we might need Iyanla to step back in. Tamar Braxton, the outspoken baby sister we all know for her powerhouse voice and big personality, is accusing Towanda of stealing from her. Yes, stealing. And Towanda, she didn't just clap back, she swung back, claiming Tamar crossed a line that no sister should ever cross by allegedly getting involved with Toni Braxton's ex. Now, if this is true, that's not just shade, that's scandal. And all of this, it didn't start yesterday. This tension's been brewing for years. So today, we're breaking it all the way down. From the reality TV chaos, to the hidden resentment, to the family fractures that fame couldn't fix. So grab your tea, because we're diving deep into the Braxton sister war. And trust me, this ain't no ordinary sister spat. This is Inside Jas, and if you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Now, let's get into the video. Let's rewind the clock back a little. Back to when Braxton Family Values first hit our screens. At first, it was all love, 5 sisters, 5 personalities, and one dream of keeping the Braxton legacy alive. But what started as unity slowly turned into competition. Toni was the superstar. Tamar was the breakout. Towanda was often labeled the responsible one. And baby, when people start labeling roles in a family, that's when the cracks starts to show. On screen, we saw it play out in subtle ways. Tamar feeling underappreciated, Towanda feeling overlooked, and Tracy feeling left out entirely. It wasn't just a show, it was real life, broadcast for the world to dissect. And the thing about reality TV, it don't just show the truth, it stretches it out, twists it, and puts a camera in every emotional wound you thought was healed. Now, let's fast forward a few years. Tamar's career takes off. Grammy nomination, hit singles, The Real, and even her own spinoff. But fame can be funny, especially in families where everyone's talented. Some start shining and others start feeling like they're standing in the shadows. Rumors started swirling about money, management, and misplaced trust. Tamar and Towanda reportedly had disagreements over business and family finances. Who's paying who? Who's getting what? And when money mixes with emotion, child, it gets messy fast. Some fans noticed subtle shade on social media, cryptic tweets, side-eye comments, and interviews that didn't name names. But baby, that said a lot without saying much. Tamar allegedly accused Towanda of stealing, not just emotionally, but financially. People started speculating about what she meant. But Towanda didn't sit quiet. She fired right back with her own alleged accusation, claiming Tamar crossed the ultimate line, involvement with Toni Braxton's ex. Now that's when the internet exploded, because if it's true, that's not just sister drama, that's a family betrayal that runs deep. The comment section lit up with fans taking sides. Some saying Tamar's always being dramatic, others saying Towanda's finally standing up for herself. And if you asking the real question, where's Toni in all of this? And which ex? Because while the sisters have always had love, this time it feels different. This time it feels like the cameras aren't just recording, they're revealing. You know, watching this play out, it's sad, but it's also familiar. Because this ain't just about Tamar and Towanda anymore. This is about us. Every family's got that one moment where love turns into resentment and pride turns to silence, or we stop seeing each other as blood and start seeing each other as enemies. And let's be real, the Braxtons just lived it out loud on camera, but how many of us live that same story in private? How many of us are holding grudges instead of hands, scrolling through pain instead of talking it out? Somewhere along the way, We started confusing exposure with accountability. We started protecting each other and started performing for people who don't even love us. Likes replace loyalty, and we forget that sometimes family is the only thing standing between you and the world. So no matter how this Braxton story ends, I hope it reminds us of one thing. Family shouldn't be disposable, not for views, not for validation, not even for revenge. They fail to realize is one day the cameras will turn off, the followers will move on, and all you're left with is the silence of people you once called home. The fame fades, the noise dies, but the hurt, that part stays until somebody decides to heal it. If and when they decide to heal. This is truth. I'm Jas, and this was your Inside Deep Dive. Stay real, stay grounded, and remember, protect your peace, not your pride.